Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel today. Well, it's your channel as well as mine because you've decided to tune into it, and I appreciate everybody who has tuned in and subscribed. Now, for those of you who may not know, I moved from New York City all the way out to the Southwest, a whole continent away from my hometown. And I wound up marrying the cousin of a lady who was one of my schoolmates back in elementary school. She remembered me even by my childhood nickname. I'll go into that at a later date, perhaps, my childhood nickname. But the interesting thing is that I get to keep up on all the dirt that's going on back in the Rockaways, in Bell Harbor and Neponsit, and the other towns, Roxbury and Rockaway Point, because of this cousin of my wife. She'll call about once a month and she'll tell me things, And one of the people that she will update me with from time to time is the mother of this kid who, I'm ashamed to say, back then had bullied me. I finally stood up to him and he didn't bully me anymore. But the problem was his mother viewed him as honest and as clean and as sin-free as the Pope. So whatever he did, if he bullied kids, well, that was the victim's problem. That was too bad. And when somebody stood up to the bully, that's when she would get upset with the victim. Hey, it was her problem and her fault that her kid did not grow up to be self-sufficient because he still depended on mommy to bail him out. He had a plum job as a police officer with the NYPD, and he screwed it up really bad, and somehow mommy came along and bailed him out. Everybody knows what this lady is. We knew what she was even back when I was going to school with her son. And to this day, they seem to get away with everything. Even though the bully lost his job as a police officer, they still seem to be living much better than they deserve to be living. And I think it's primarily because this kid's mother, this man's mother now, has blonde hair and blue eyes, and she's tall. It really bothers me that American men in particular seem to think if a woman doesn't have blonde hair or blue eyes, well, she's not beautiful. I have my personal preferences. You know that. I think the New York-born Puerto Rican women are the most beautiful women in the world. But I can be fair on a case-by-case basis. And I can look at a woman and tell you if she's fine or if she's not, if she's elegant or if she's not, if she's cute like my wife happens to be, believe it or not, or she's not. And I get to say that stuff because I'm fat and ugly, okay? As many of you know by now, that's why I wear this thing, because I'm very ugly. So I'm in more of a position to comment on people's looks than some of you are, because a lot of you folks are beautiful and handsome, unlike me. And I remember during open school week, I would go with one or both of my parents. We'd have a half day from school, then the other half, of course, with the parent-teacher conferences. Or, they were the parent-teacher conferences. I don't know what I was thinking. I spaced out for a second there. But the divorced husbands would fawn over this lady. And they would say things like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Want to go on a date? Want to go on a date? You're tall, but long blonde hair and blue eyes, so by default, that makes you drop dead gorgeous. And I would look at these guys and I would think, I have people in my family who are beautiful. They're elegant or handsome. Not many of them are cute, but elegant and handsome scares the fornicating excrement out of me. See? I just said curse words without using curse words. But I do have relatives who are very attractive. And these relatives are so attractive that if beauty or handsomeness could be taken drag racing, they would blow this lady off the track, no matter how blonde or blue-eyed she is. And there was a conversation I remember between two of the divorced husbands. And one of them said, "Hey, you see Mrs. H this week?" Talking about, the bully's mother. And the other one said, "Yeah, forget about it. Hey, I'll tell you what, she got a body that don't quit." And on the way out, my father was the one who went for the parent-teacher conference. And everything was okay between the parent-teacher interaction between my teacher and my father at the time. And I said, "Dad, I have to ask. So-and-so said, hey, she's got a body that don't quit. I don't get that. Well, what's that all about?" And my father said, "Well, what the guy is trying to say that her body won't quit looking good." And I thought about it for a minute, and I said, "So you mean her body won't quit existing?" And my father said, "Yeah, that's what it amounts to." And I said, "That's even more stupid than the expression itself." "Yeah, she had a body that didn't quit. She had a body that don't quit. She had a body that won't quit." However it is you want to say it, that's one of the stupidest expressions I've ever heard American men say. It's bad enough that they will not open themselves to beautiful women who are more than just blonde-haired or blue-eyed. But to say, had a body that don't quit, I mean, that is so stupid. You want to sound like a total idiot? Look it. Yeah, had a body that don't quit is even worse than look it, because you're showing how closed-minded you are. So start opening up your minds. There are women who are of all ethnicities from all over the world, and the United States, some of them are combinations thereof. And they all have different colors of skin, different colors of hair. They could be elegant or they could be cute, like my wife. I mean, just open your minds and look around and see all the beautiful women out in the world. And don't say they had a body that don't quit if you want to describe them having a good body, okay? Because you're going to sound stupid. You're going to sound single-digit IQ stupid. All right? Any stupider than you'd be as stupid as me. And I know stupid because I am stupid. All right? So be good. All right? I'm looking out for you when I point this stuff out to you. See you next time.